Jerry Malley here for SB Nation and PrideDetroit.com. It's good to be back here to talk about Ndamukong Suh. Here's my stance, and I will give you reasons why. The Detroit Lions should go ahead, bite the bullet, pay top dollar, and keep Ndamukong Suh in the fold. I've got 3 reasons why. I'll give you one the next 3 days. Number one, it's the money. Then we'll go on to the man and the team. So the money, the man, and the team. 3 reasons why the Lions should pay top dollar and keep Ndamukong Suh in the fold. So today's episode, we're talking about the money. And I realize the ramifications of keeping Ndamukong Suh means, in addition to that, $9 million of dead money, which I don't even count. Because, they have to pay it to him, but they're giving him that $9 million, whether they franchise him, whether they sign him to a long-term deal, or whether he plays for a different team. So I'm talking strictly on the amount that he'll garner from a new contract or being franchised. So I realize if you sign him to a new deal, it's going to be about $100 million, anywhere from 15 to 16, maybe even up to 17, 18 million per year annually. And I'm saying do it. Here's the reason why I pony up that money. Now, I'm not too keen on a franchise deal. 26, that's just a little bit too steep. I would only, want them to do that franchise if a long-term deal was imminent. They franchise them, basically saying, hey, we have you. You can't go anywhere else. You're a Lion next year. Now let's get this long-term deal done. So, my favorite scenario is, like I said, 6-year, 7-year deal, 100 million plus. And the reason why is this. Now, the detractors will say, well, take that money that you will sign Suh with and get all these players. And, I don't know what you guys are doing with numbers and figures, but you're not bringing in 4 or 5 really quality guys unless you just find 4 or 5 diamonds in the rough for $4 million a year piece. It just doesn't work like that. If you're bringing in some top quality guys that have had success in the past, maybe you're getting in 2 guys, for 16 million. Let's say it's Jason Pierre-Paul and Mike Iupati. That's about 16 million. One of those guys, JPP, probably get 9, 10 million. Mike Iupati, get 5, 6 million. So those are 2 guys. If you're talking about these diamonds in the rough, I mean, come on. I mean, it's just a stretch. You're not going to just, get these 4 really solid under the radar guys and all of a sudden they're all going to hit all 4 of them. No, give me the guy that's already done it. You got to pay him a lot of money. It's a reason why, because he's really good. You're not just handing him something. You're not paying him for past success. At 27, he's still in his prime. So I don't buy this theory of all these guys you can accumulate for the money that Suh is going to bring in. And if I'm talking about 2 or 3 guys, like a JPP and an Iupati or a Suh, I'll take the Suh any day of the week. The next thing is I think we get tied into the position. If he was a defensive end and getting 16, 17 sacks, Julius Peppers in his prime, DeMarcus Ware, I don't think you guys would have a problem with signing him to this lucrative deal. Well, I'm here to say that, to me, Suh's impact is that of a defensive end. Won't be as many sacks when you talk about hits, pressures, hurries, the amount of sacks he generates for the rest of his team because of the double teams, not to mention how good he is against the run. Stop looking at him so much as a defensive tackle and just as a defensive lineman. If you're just looking in terms of defensive lineman, he's one of the best in the league. You take J.J. Watt out the equation, and he's probably the best defensive lineman in the league, right up there. But it's the fact that he has that T at the end of his name and not an E, or I should say position, that you guys get all frantic. Oh, 16, 17 million. If this is a defensive end, and hey, he had the production that Suh's given us for 5 years, I don't think a lot of people will really scratch their head and be worried about giving him that contract. I'm here to tell you the production is just as good, if not better. So, you got to pay the man. Last but not least, Tom LeWine. These guys have been really good at structuring the cap. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Yes, restructuring. It comes back to bite you. We saw that last year. We paid Suh $22 million. But they have been able to keep the guys they want, bring guys in, maneuver the cap. Uh, Salary cap keeps on increasing. So 16 million in 2015 may look a lot worse than 16 million in 2017 or 18, when everyone's going to be getting a piece of that pie. The salaries will be going up. Additionally, there's some guys that may be cut. There may be a few. There's a lot to go around, and I'd rather bring in Suh, pay him the top dollar, no doubt guy, and then still have some money to find a diamond in the rough. Still have some money to probably bring in a quality guy in the $5 million range. So I think it can be done. Maneuver that cap. They've been robbing Peter to pay Paul for years. So why not do it again and keep one of the best players? Do it, guys. Agree. Leave your thoughts and comments in the allocated section. We'll be back tomorrow. We've talked about the money. Tomorrow we talk about the man.